Okay, people. Okay, it's Tuesday the 20th. It's Tuesday the 20th. It's about 60 degrees out. Overcast. Kind of damp from the rain. We got a bunch of rain last night. And we got a door to fix. It's time to get back to work. I've been gone this weekend. We went up to Duluth, Minnesota, and went up to Spirit Mountain for some last of the season snowboarding. You can check out the previous videos. Took the GoPro up there and did some GoPro shooting. We're thinking about starting another channel with just GoPro movies so that I can keep all that stuff separate. Let's get to it. I got work to do, man. It's after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Doing some second shift body work here. I've just been so damn beat. I've been up late uploading these GoPro videos, you know, up till 4 o'clock in the morning, freaking trying to get the uploads figured out. The biggest, heaviest uploads I've done so far, so it was just taking me forever. So yeah, what we're going to be doing today is I want to, like I said, it's after 3 already, but I work late, like late, so I want to get this door prepped and ready. I want to analyze everything on it as far as the windows and mirrors and stuff like that. The door panel on the inside, see if I'm using any of it. But mainly get this ready to go. We got a bunch of surface rust here. All I've done was flake the paint off with that paint scraper, and then I DA'd up here. I was just playing with my DA sander for the first time. I got the pads and stuff, so I was just playing. It's not smooth by any means. I still got adhesive on there. Oh, that's why I was hitting this. This is where that crap was. I gotta put my snowboard and stuff away still, but yeah, this chrome stuff. So I got that off and DA'd it a little bit there, but it's got adhesive on it, so I might use some adhesive remover or something to get the rest of that off, because I don't know if the DA is going to take it off or not. I don't really care if it goes down to bare metal with the DA, so whatever. So yeah, and then I gotta think about what I'm doing with those. With these, I think I'm getting rid of them. I might just heat them up with that heat gun and see if they'll pop off. And yeah, I mean, I scratched her up pretty good here and there. And I actually put a dent in it right here, as you can see from it riding around in the back of the truck. I think I laid it on I was all pissed off, and I think I laid it on top of my toolbox, so I might have to do a little, see that? Gonna have to do a little bit of dent repair right there. But I'm taking off the panel and everything on the inside, I believe. I don't think it's gonna match exactly to the truck, so I will probably just push it out from the inside and get it really close and hit it with a thin layer of filler. A really thin layer. And then hopefully the weather strippings and stuff like that. I already took a couple of those off to see how rusty the door was, because they were rusting. And there's some bubbling going on right there, so hopefully they'll match up good. This one actually has a nice visor thing on it, but it's busted over there, which sucks. So I guess I'll take that off too. So yeah, gonna hit her with the DA, I think. Or no, I'm gonna hit her with the sander first. I got that grinder wheel on there, so I need to come over here and get some of these abrasive discs down. Let's see, this thing. That's cool. I have no idea. Oh, 24 grit. Okay, I was wondering what the grit was on these things. I was guessing they were like, if 80 was 80, I was going off of basically 80. I'm thinking, gosh, these got to be at least a 40, because they're freaking coarse as hell. But yeah, throw that on the sander there and try to get most of this rust off. looks like this thing might have been hack and packed before. I don't know if that's just primer. It's pretty thin right there, but right here, I can definitely, I can't believe I can't even tell if it's primer or not, but, I mean, yeah, if it's primer or not, but it's definitely higher here than it is on the bare metal, so. And then there's a gray color right there, and then there's a not so gray color right there. Of course, it's got rust on it, but there's definitely 2 layers of something there. I think this is body filler right here. So I don't know. I must have probably had surface rust on it before or something, because there's no rust holes in it. It's just pitted up really bad. So I wish I had that little sandblaster tool. I was going to order one from Harbor Freight, but I heard that one was kind of junk compared to the blaster one that Pisser uses on his channel. So I'm still trying to find where to get a decent little one like that. But yeah, I would definitely like to get one, or even get a nice media blaster tank and stuff. So yeah. I'm going to get the side all cleaned up. I'll probably have to hit it with the wire wheel then, because I don't have any of that. And I got some rust remover stuff too. I might just throw that on there and let it dissolve that rust up. I forget what I got for that. I got like junk. I don't know. I got some kind of rust stuff somewhere. I'll have to look for it. It's in here somewhere amongst all the crap here. This rust dissolver from Permatex, but I've used that before on like a bumper. It was pretty cool. It dissolved the rust just like all the other stuff. It's like a gel with a brush on the cap. So I might just use that. I don't know, this pad's getting, I don't know, it doesn't feel that wore out. It's stripping the paint off good, but that freaking layer of primer and stuff, getting it down to bare metal, is taking me forever. So I'm gonna throw a new one on. There's my wire wheel. I gotta throw that on there pretty soon here too, but it's not really meant for it. Because once you take this stupid thing off, you know, then that hole on there is too big. It's the same size hole as that, you know. And so I don't know. I might just throw some washers on it just to get by and make it work. I need that freaking 4-inch grinder, man. Yeah. All right, guys. Here's what I got. There wasn't much in here, but I don't trust it, so I just took it down anyway. There's a little pit right there. So yeah. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if that was filler or not. It wouldn't make any, I don't know. I guess there's kind of a little bit of a ding right there. There's a low spot right there, you can see. That right there is a low spot. I'm just running my hand over it. Yeah, it's a pretty big low spot right there. I mean, I was grinding in there with this pretty hard, so for that to still be there like that, it must have been filler, but it looks like there was primer under the filler. So, yeah, I just took it all off. And I'll probably end up taking this off, obviously, here too, but I think that's kind of a low spot too. It feels like it goes down right there a little bit, but taking it all off, gotta get all that crap off of here. Nothing but freaking fiber strand. So yeah, those are some pretty big pits. Still got rust all in them. So this is the perfect application for the sandblaster that I don't have. So I'm gonna try this product on it and see how much of it comes out or whatever, and then go from there. If it doesn't work that great, I'll just throw the wire wheel on and wire wheel it out. So yeah, I don't remember it being hot pink unless it changed colors because it's so old. I know it's this old and it sat out here all winter, but there is no brush on it like I thought there was, so I'm just going to pour it out on here and kind of dab it in there. I want to make sure it gets down in those pitted areas really good. And then you want to leave the stuff on there for, well, it recommends 5 to 10 minutes. You got it on there pretty thick. Recommends 5 to 10 minutes. It's not good on paint. It needs to be washed off of paint immediately. We're repainting this, so it doesn't matter. For heavier areas, it says to either reapply or to leave it on longer. I think I'm just going to obviously leave it on longer. That sounds like a good deal to me. So yeah, let's just sit here and watch it and see if it goes away. Alright, there it is. I put the stuff on a couple times, and then I just took some water and a sponge and washed it off a couple times. And then before I busted the wire wheel out, I grabbed the grill cleaner and scrubbed it with that. That seemed to work pretty good. I actually took some of that stuff, threw it on a rag, threw it on there, and then scrubbed it while it was on there right away. And it seemed to get down in those pits pretty good. Still not trusting it though. I'm gonna hit it with the grinder and the wire wheel here again, and I want to see a little more shininess down in there. So yeah, I went ahead and ground on this with the grinder after I had applied that stuff, and it came off a lot easier, and I was able to get it down, get the pits a lot shallower. If you see right there, it looks like it goes through. There's body filler underneath the metal or something. I don't know. Freaking looks like it blew through there. Really weird. But yeah, I'm gonna hit her with the wire wheel and get that rigged up here. Alright, it's not the greatest setup in the world, but all I did was take the plastic thing off and I flipped the washer nut deal, the washer on the front of it, flipped that over. Otherwise it was not working right. And it's on there. It's not quite centered, but it'll work for now. A little off, but yeah, I'm going to get on there and get these corners all ground out. Alright, got to hit up with the wire wheel and get all the rust out of the pits. So it's looking... So yeah, there's a couple spots where it blew through and I see rust and body filler on the other side. Like, what the hell? Look at that. There. And there was that spot I told you about. I kept grinding on it and got most of it out of there, but it's like there's body filler in between the I don't know. It must be hit from the other side too or something. So all the rust is removed from this side. It's looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and throw some self-etching primer on here and get this thing in paint. Just kidding. Gotcha. But yeah, I'm going to flip it over and see what the rust looks like on the other side. Probably rip this weather stripping off and see what's going on. Well, just as we suspected, the side's looking pretty rough. There's pieces missing right here and here. And I mean, it was on the verge of being rusted through. So I'm going to pop those little clips off, get this off, and hit her with the wire wheel. I'll get some shots of me hitting it with the wire wheel, but it looks pretty nasty. I don't know if this is the main design flaw with these doors and why they rust out so fast, but I see a weep hole here, runs up that side, and a weep hole over here that runs up that side. But what if you're not sitting on, what if you're sitting on level ground? I mean, there's no weep hole through the middle, and that's where the extent of the rust is, in the middle of the door, starting right there on that seam. So there must be water getting in these doors and sitting there. I don't understand why it's always this driver's side door first, but where's the most of the rust on this door? See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's pretty stupid. I might go ahead and fabricate my own little system here if I can save the bottom of this door. Now look at this. I mean, it's pretty freaking soft right through here. We gotta, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna be replacing metal on here or not. So. gonna use this to knock off like most of the loose rust and stuff, and then I'll switch over to that. I forget the name of them, these pads. I'll switch over to this to knock out the majority of the rust, and then once that's out, I'll go back to the wire wheel to get the rust out of the pits and stuff. So I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, not as bad as I thought. I'm praising the Lord right now because I don't think I have to do any metal replacing. I knocked most of the big stuff out. It's not really even soft right here, except this lip right here on the bottom of the door is missing in a lot of spots. But you know what? I think these doors are better off without the damn lip on there. I mean, that's what's starting to rust first. But I don't know. This door isn't going to be a perfect 100% back to factory fix, obviously, because I'm not going to redo this lip, you know. So just going to go ahead and grind it off, probably the whole thing, and just leave it. But yeah, it's still solid on there. So what I'm going to do. And they got body plugs right here and right here for some dumb reason. I don't know what that's all about. But you see how big these freaking holes are right here that drip out? And there's no rust buildup right there. Like there's no rust right there. And there's no rust right there. Where it like always has water coming out. The rust is coming from, you know, water. I don't know. It could be coming out of here and running in this channel and running along here and sitting in here. That's definitely a possibility, but I don't know. This design's pretty stupid. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to freaking smash this lip down nice and tight all the way down. I'm going to put some freaking seam sealer on here all the way down. Some good shit. Good stuff. Sorry. Some good sealer on there. And then what I'm going to do is freaking knock a hole in there, right there. Put a nice little hole in there, just like that. We're gonna do it like it should have been done from the factory, you know? Why not? Why not fix it so that it stops rusting? You know? If I don't put a hole there, this thing's just gonna rust out in a few years anyway. I bet you if I put a hole there, it'll last forever. I mean, not forever, you know, obviously nothing's gonna last forever, but I bet you it lasts just as long as this damn door's lasted now. So. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna take the old cutoff wheel and I'm gonna run right along the edge of this crap and take that stuff off. Run right along that edge, take that stuff off. So I'm not gonna try and do it while I'm holding the camera. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. Got that lip all cut off, as you can see. So yeah, took it off all the way across, right off. Now I'm gonna freaking get in there with the wire wheel really good. Then what I'm gonna do is take a pair of pliers, I think, and freaking smash that lip down as tight as I can right here. Just smash it down so there's less space up in there. Or maybe it's a good thing that I leave it open, probably. Because I'm just going to fill this whole damn thing, this whole void right in here. I'm going to fill it all with frickin' seam sealer. Nice coat of seam sealer. What I'd like to do is undercoat the whole bottom of this door with some bed coating that I'm going to use for the back of the truck. But I don't know if that can go over seam sealer or not. So maybe I'll just do one or the other. But yeah, you guys should help me out with that. Let me know if I should go one way or the other. I'm still going to punch a hole in there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. Alright guys, it's coming along here. I don't even know what time it is. I'm just working away. I don't have a clock out in the shop yet here, so. Well, I didn't have much to make a hole with, so I used my drill. But it looks pretty good, huh? I'm just kidding. That's my hole. Well, what the hell, huh? Who cares? I'm gonna undercoat the bottom of this anyway. Those freaking plugs, you know, were in there. I don't even know what the point of having them in is. I'm like, They drilled a hole and then they plugged it. I don't know what the point. I don't get it. So I'm leaving them out. I mean, you got the same exact thing going on here as you do here. So I don't know why you wouldn't want that open. Open it up, man. Give that water some place to run out, right? I don't get it. I really don't get it. So I'm leaving them out. Screw it. And I'm leaving that in there. Screw it. I'm gonna bust off all this crap. See, that's down to the outside layer right there. So I'm thinking about running a little tack right there. Just to bond those back together right there. Other than that, I've been wiring and wheeling the crap out of the bottom of this thing. Just getting that white stuff that I thought was filler underneath the metal or whatever is just their frickin' seam sealer. So it was all in here. I ground all their seam sealer out, and I'm gonna pack mine all in there. Seam sealer that I don't have yet. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations for seam sealer, I'm gonna go buy some tomorrow. I have all the major stores available to me: Advanced Auto Parts, O'Reilly's, Napa. I even got a True Value or Auto Value, whatever it's called. That's kind of like the old bumper to bumpers almost, but it's not. And then I got there's a Checkers, but it's not. Or no, I think Checkers got bought out by O'Reilly's too over there. So yeah, I don't know. I got pretty much every major shop you can think of available to me within 30 miles. So, but right in town here, a mile from my house, I have an O'Reilly's, and about 6 miles from the house, I have a Napa and a bigger O'Reilly's, and about 9 miles the other way, I got Advanced. So I'm really good at running beads and caulk guns, obviously from doing construction. So, so maybe the stuff in a caulk tube would be the best. Or I don't know, for the bottoms of these doors, I don't know. You guys let me know. Thanks a lot for your input, guys. I really appreciate your help on this. I do. Okay, I got the bulk of the rust out, and then I just hit it with the red pad again. Coming down, doing the top a little better than what it was, and whatnot. So now I got my pink sandblaster on there. I call it my little pink sandblaster. We'll see how that stuff does on there. We'll let that eat away at that metal for a little bit. Soak down in there really good. I'm going to wash it out. I'm going to put some more on and do it 2 coats. Just to get in there really good. And we will see what we will see. Alright, it's been on there for about 10 minutes or so. Put this out in the yard and frickin' squirt with a hose too. It'd be just as probably faster. Sometimes you forget that you got tools that can help what you're doing. Just speed up the drying process here and make sure it gets dry up in them holes with this gun. Good idea, huh? That's what I thought. Oh yeah, got me one of them real fancy grilling tools, you know, the big thing on top. And that thing works perfect for getting in here. Grinding down in those little crevices you can't see very good. Look at all that rust color coming out. I thought I had everything. Alright, while this was drying, I got to thinking, you know, I want to roll that rubberized coating on. I haven't even got it yet. I'm going to use the Duplicolor Teflon, or Kevlar stuff. But, it looks like it might be kind of hard to get in here, and I might be brushing it on with a brush or something anyway, because it comes with a roller. You're supposed to roll it on, but for stuff like this, you'd spray it on. And I got some freaking stuff on the shelf here. It's been here a while, but I've never used it. It's brand new, and it's freaking Duplicolor rubberized undercoat, and it says it's paintable, rubberized resist rust. So, what the hell? I'm gonna shake this up really good. Go spray some on my practice door over there. and see how it lays down. You see how it comes out. Freaking works good. I'm just gonna tape this off and I don't know. Maybe even, I don't know if I should come up the door a little bit with it, or if it needs to be bare metal. I don't think it does. I'm gonna read it. It needs to at least be scuffed up. I know that. So I'm gonna get this washed off really good and see how to go about this. I'm trying to debate whether or not I freaking throw fiber strand all in here, a thin coat of fiber strand to fill these, you know, voids where some of the metal's missing in that second layer of metal, or if I just leave it and freaking undercoat directly on top of that. And I'm leaning more towards put the undercoating on, because I would think that the undercoating stuff would be even better than Duraglass as far as waterproofing and rust proofing this thing. So I might just go ahead and tape all the way over to here, or I don't know, maybe even right on that line there. I don't know, guys. We'll see what I do. It's gonna be a mystery. All right. I think what I'm gonna do, guys, is because there's such, you know, look at the voids on this stuff. I mean, undercoating is undercoating. It's not a body filler. I don't know. I'm thinking I'm just gonna, since the body coating, I mean, it makes sense that the body coating, you know, goes on the outside to prevent moisture from getting in and chips and all that kind of stuff from happening. But do I want to put it on and have it sunk into those voids and, you know, where there's gaps and stuff, you know? It's not made to fill stuff like that. It's made to go on a nice smooth surface. It doesn't say anything about being able to go over body fillers and stuff like that, but you know what, guys, I'm going to freaking do it anyway. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it's okay to go over body filler. In fact, I'm almost sure that on the Duplicolor videos, they have Duplicolor TV on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure that some of those kits come with some filler or something. So I don't know. I'm going to mix up some fiber strand, some good old Duraglass for the first time, and I'm going to fill these voids right there. I probably should be doing like I said and just fill it with seam sealer, but I am going to, I don't have the seam sealer yet, and I don't know. It just seems like Duraglass would be the thing to use. Put Duraglass on there, smooth it out nice and smooth on the bottom, and then hit it with the rubber coating. So that's what I'm going to do. It might not be the way a high-end shop would do it, but once I learn how a high-end shop's going to do it, that's the way I'm going to do it. And that's the way I want to do stuff. I'm in the learning process right now. I'm fixing a truck that is just going to get sold anyway to somebody that is going to get, you know, a good-looking truck with good bodywork. This might be how the high-end shops would do it. I have no idea. If you guys know, let me know. But like for a void like this and stuff, I don't know, would you fill that with seam sealer first and smooth the seam sealer down and then undercoat it? I don't know if undercoating can even go over seam sealer, or would you just undercoat straight on the bare metal and have all these voids and stuff? It doesn't make any sense to me. I think I should use Duraglass, because Duraglass is for filling holes and seams and fixing rust and pivots and stuff. So I'm going to Duraglass it. Just a real thin coat, not much, just to make this all the same level, you know. I'm not going for perfection here. I'm going for, you know, making it all the same level at least, and then so I can undercoat it with some undercoating. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like with the first coat of body coating once I get that on there. There comes a time in every body man's life when he cracks that first can of filler. I've used body fillers before, but this stuff's going to change my life. This is the fiber strand, not the clear coat, right? Okay. Expected it to look more like Bondo, unless it's just all the clear stuff sitting on top. freaking super glue. Oh yeah, it is just clear stuff sitting on top. There we go. Oh yeah. It smells so good. Did I tell you guys I'm a cook in my spare time? Oh, look at that. It's freaking beautiful. Alright guys, it's going to take me a little bit here to mix this up. It's really going to take me a long time with one hand, so I should probably get myself some kind of a start thinking about a freaking tripod or something. Alright, yeah, I'm going to mix this up for a little while. Make it nice and even. Alright, I got her nice and pretty. Got a little bit of that, whatever that is over there still. But, yeah, for the most part, she's good. It says on here, mix it a quarter of hardener, a quarter tub of the hardener to a quarter gallon, you know, a quarter of the gallon. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, no shit. Why? It's a whole tub of that to a whole can of that, obviously, which is why they give you that much. So yeah, it could be, you know, 1/8 of that to 1/8 of that, or a half of the tube to a half of a can. Or if you really got a big job to do, you can do a full tub of that, a full tub of this. Freaking retarded. So, I've mixed Bondo before. I can't remember. I'm going to have to look back at Pisser's videos. But you know what? I'm not going to do it before. I'm going to do it later and see if I've screwed this up. Well, I guess I'll know when I'm putting it on, huh? But, yeah. You guys know where I can get those can things to go on the cans? That lock on the top of the can, and they have like a little spout on them. I seen one of the body guys using them on YouTube. I found one on eBay for like 30 bucks. It's all metal. They look really cool. Like for my primer can that I got that you can't really pour very good, it locks on top. It's got a thing you spin on top to like that has flappers in it that stirs it for you inside. And then it's got a built-on handle, and you pick the whole can up and you turn it over and you hit a little thing and it pours it out for you. Nice and neat, and you don't waste anything. Alright, I am gonna go ahead and mix this up. I'm using the back of a plastic license plate. One of those, you know, those crappy, or those decorative license plates or whatever that comes with the new cars that you buy. I was looking for a non-porous surface to use, and all I got is cardboard laying around, and I didn't really want to use cardboard. I wanted to use something a little better. Oh yeah, before you open that, you want to make sure and move the tub around, so it separates when it sits for a while. Even a few days, I guess it can separate, so. Whoop! It's so cool to do this with one hand. So yeah, just like, I don't know if shaking it would really do anything, but nicely done. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do like I used to do with body filler and put about that much. Sound good to you? If that's a little too much, you guys let me know what you think. So I'm not going to measure this crap out. I'm just going to get a feel for it. After a few times I should have it. I'm going to mix this up really good with the Bondo applicators and start applying it to the door. I'll try to get some footage of applying it. Alright, there you go. Just get a decent layer on there. A few little divots here and there. I'll probably have to put another layer on. Get it on there. nice and smooth right there. And then I filled the ends a little bit, some of those little cracks and stuff, so I did this side too. So all the way up and filled that. So yeah, should be good. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes and it's still a little tacky, but I mean I can like scratch the surface. I can almost see, I can scratch it right off. Am I supposed to be able to do that still? It says 5 to 6 minutes it should be set up. That probably means just to sand it. I'm wondering if I didn't use enough hardener. See what you guys think. See what's going on there? Got her all nice and smooth. I smoothed this part out with the DA. That came out really nice. I think I might put some on right here too, just to make it look even nicer, and then kind of stop up here. But that all came out really good, and this filler came right down nice and even with that little lip that I left on there. So that's nice and pretty. There's some low spots and some dimples. This is all low spot stuff, low spots. But it came out so nice on that outside lip, I can't even feel a transition right there. Really light transition right there. And then over here is where I was messing around, you know, and took that extra layer off. So it's really low all through there. And there's no lip on it right there, so I'll have to build that up a little bit. I don't know if I'm supposed to put, Pisser always takes and puts a layer of microlite on after this stuff, but I don't see why it wouldn't bond to itself just like any other body filler. So I think I'm going to put another layer of Duraglass on. I don't see why not, why that would hurt. I'm sure it's just more cost effective to use the other stuff, but I want this to be nice and waterproof down here. So yeah, it's getting there. Looks really, on the parts that are done, like right here, it's freaking beautiful. I know it's hard for you guys to see that. I'm trying to do the best I can here with the video. Alright guys, I'm getting her pretty close. I put the second coat on and filled in the little pinholes and all the little divots and stuff. And now I'm putting on a third coat because I'm still trying to build this part up right here. I'm probably going a little overboard because I'm undercoating it, but it was just looking at it from the side here, it was really wide and then it gets really thin in here. So and the hole here, I didn't like how big it was. I did get a stone or a Dremel kit and stuff for my angle die grinder, and was able to clean the hole out and make it nice and smooth and stuff like these, except on the left side here I think there's, if it's not a support, I think it's a support welded in there, so I couldn't make it nice and perfect. So I filled most of it in with this filler, and now when I sand it all down nice and smooth, I'm going to go ahead and stick that in there and just make it the shape I want it, and just, you know, make it a lot nicer looking and a lot smaller and not as noticeable. And then this side will be good. I'll flip it over and I'll do the other side, but I'm probably not going to get to that till tomorrow now. It's midnight or so. I'm going to go watch a movie with the girlfriend inside, and then upload this video while we're watching it, and then after that I got some other videos I got to work on and upload, so I'm going to get to doing that, and tomorrow I'll get back to the store. When I set goals, it's like it's not really going to matter because I have no idea how long it takes to do stuff. So when I say, yeah, I want to get this done by about tonight, I thought I'd have this door mounted today, but well, you know, I didn't plan on doing all this rust work to the back either. I also thought I'd just be, you know, grinding off the front of the door and filling it and sanding it and be good and throw it on there, you know, throw some primer on it and throw it on the truck. But whatever, not a big deal. I'm going to sand this off right now, actually, because it's dry already, and try to get it to where I wanted it. Should probably take me like 10 minutes or whatever, and then I'm going inside for the night. And tomorrow I will fix the front of the door and get it mounted on the truck.
All right. You guys have a good night. God bless.